built an exact replica of the Honolulu International Airport, and I'm going to be showing you guys it right now. Starting off the airport update, we have this United Airlines 777-200 in the new livery. Just pulled on to runway 8 right and will be departing for the flight out to Denver, Colorado. Following that, we have this Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A321neo in the new livery. This aircraft is second in line for departure and will be heading on to runway 8 right. It'll be heading out to San Diego today. Following that, we have this WestJet Airlines 737-800 in the 100th Boeing 737NG livery. This aircraft is third in line for departure and will be heading out to Calgary. Moving on to the next aircraft, we have this Japan Airlines 767-300. This aircraft is fourth in line for departure and will be heading out to Osaka today. Following that, we have this Philippine Airlines Airbus A330-300. This aircraft is just taxiing in as it just arrived in from Manila in the Philippines. Moving on to the next aircraft, we have this aircraft which is actually tail striking at the back to add some extra fun for the passengers. This Delta Airlines Airbus A330 will be heading out to Atlanta in about an hour's time. Moving on to Terminal 1, we have this Japan Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner, currently loading on the passengers and cleaning crew, and will be heading out to Tokyo Narita today. Moving on to the beautiful Hawaiian aircrafts, we have this Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200 in the new livery. This aircraft will be departing for the flight out to San Francisco. Moving on to another Hawaiian aircraft, we have a Hawaiian Airbus A330-200 in the old livery. This aircraft just arrived in from Tokyo Narita. Really quick, I wanted to tell you guys where I get all of my aircraft models from. I get them for a super good deal, and many people do ask how I can afford all of this. I have a link in the description to the Midwest Model Store. They actually have some of the cheapest deals of any retailer. If you would like to order some aircrafts, you can click on the link in my description and check it out, as well as use code MileHigh Aviation for a discount, as well as a shout out on my YouTube channel. Here is today's video shout out. Moving on to the next Hawaiian aircraft, which is another Hawaiian A330-200. This aircraft is currently getting fueled up and will be departing for the flight out to Auckland. Next up, we'll be moving on to the Inter-Island Terminal, and let's dive straight into it. Moving on to the first 717, this is in the new livery and will be departing for the flight out to Kona. Following that, we have another Hawaiian 717, this time it is in the old livery, and this will be heading out to Kahului. Moving on to the next aircraft, we have this Hawaiian Airlines 717 with the air stairs on the wrong side of the aircraft because we like to keep it realistic. This aircraft just arrived in from Hilo. Next up, we'll be moving on to Terminal 2, which is also known as the Central Concourse. Moving on to gate number 1, we have this United Airlines 737-800 in the Star Alliance livery. This aircraft will be heading out to Los Angeles. Following that, we have the Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 aircraft. This aircraft will be pushing back shortly and heading out to San Diego, California. Just pushing back, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Canyon Blue livery. This aircraft is pushing back and will be heading out to Long Beach. Moving on to the next aircraft, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 in the Stand Up to Cancer livery. This aircraft is pulling into the gate as it just arrived in from Phoenix, Arizona. Following that, we have this Air Canada 787-8 Dreamliner in the mint livery. This jetway has actually fallen off the aircraft, so passengers are jumping onto the airplane, but this aircraft will be heading out to Montreal. Moving on, we have this member of the One World Alaska 737-900 with the catering truck getting ready to service it, and will be heading out to Seattle. Just pushing back out of the gate, we have this United Airlines 757-200 in the old livery. This aircraft will be heading out to San Francisco today. Following that, we have this Alaska Airlines 737-800. This aircraft just arrived in from Portland this morning. Next up, we'll be moving on to Terminal 3. Starting off at Terminal 3, we have this Qantas Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner in the 100th anniversary livery. This aircraft will be pushing back shortly and heading out to Sydney, Australia. Following that, we have this United Airlines 777-300ER in the brand new livery. What a awesome aircraft this is. This aircraft just arrived in from Guam and will be heading back out there later. Moving right along, we have this awesome aircraft, which is the 787-10 Dreamliner for United. This is a pretty rare aircraft at Honolulu, but this aircraft is loading on the baggage, cleaning crew, and passengers, and will be heading out to Chicago ORD. Moving on to the cargo section, we have this Prime Air 767 freighter aircraft. This aircraft is currently loading on the pilots, and they're getting ready to board the aircraft, as well as the custom-made Amazon Prime semi-trucks, which will be loading on the baggage for the flight out to Riverside very shortly. Moving on, we have this beautiful 747-400. This is the Kalitta Air in the mask livery. This aircraft just arrived in from Los Angeles about an hour ago and will be heading back out there very soon. That does conclude today's airport update of the Honolulu International Airport. I hope you guys did enjoy.